It's not like we're still 22, trying something new just to pass time. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you.
What's up, Pack Fam? So I have a lot of news. None of it is good news. Absolutely none of it is good news. I rarely do videos like this. Usually my videos are pretty upbeat and they're fun, but I have a lot to go over. I'm going to try to do this quickly because if I don't do it quickly, I'll just start crying, and I don't want to start crying. I've done enough of that in the past month. But I want to start off by saying that this channel will no longer be what it ever was. And that reason is because I have had to rehome almost every animal that I have. I was recently laid off, and so is my husband, actually by his own family. So it's like a big family dispute. As you've known in my past videos, I've lived on this farm with them, and I have to leave the farm. I'm not going to go into big details because it's very personal, but my husband was going to get another job that would hopefully have landed us in Texas, and they didn't agree, and so bad things happen. So therefore, I no longer have the means, the job, the transportation, everything that I had. I still do have some animals left at this point. I really don't know where I'm going to end up as far as who's going to be left, but I can tell you who is gone at this point. Most of the ferrets are gone. I still have behind me, that is Lotus, and Skeeta is new. I had got her right before this whole thing blew up. And then on the bottom level here, I have some babies from a second litter that I had. I had put together a lot of fun videos from the kits being born that I was supposed to put together and upload, which I'll probably still do because they are fun, cute videos that you guys would love. But I just definitely wanted to come on here and explain that Dallas is no longer here. She was the first one that we rehomed because she was the easiest to rehome. She was a very good dog that I felt could be rehomed very easily, and so she was one of the first to go. The second to go was Crown. Crown is also an easy dog to rehome. He also had issues with my daughter, so we chose to rehome him. So Crown is no longer with us either. Sansa, she was the third to leave. I actually ended up surrendering Sansa because I'm not legally allowed to sell exotic wildlife. So she was rehomed to a sanctuary, and you can actually check her out on Facebook. She is with Fox Hills, Florida, before she heads up north to a different sanctuary. Fox Hills actually came to me, picked her up, and they're moving her to a more stable situation. So I really thank them for all the help that they did, because I was in a situation where I had nowhere to put her. And obviously when you lose your job, you can no longer afford to feed your animals. And that was my biggest fear, was not having the money to buy their food and to care for them medically if they needed it. So Sansa left us as well. She was the third to leave. Spyro the Dragon and Araki Monitor, they were the fourth to go. They actually left the same day that Sansa left. They went to a really good guy who raises reptiles and does, lizards and stuff like that. And they're doing wonderfully as well. Doppler was, I believe, the fifth to leave. He went to go live locally with a really nice lady who had other ferrets who free roam her house. So that was really a good fit for him. He's a Marshall ferret. I was never going to breed him. He was really just my boy. He was my first ferret. You guys remember when I had him, or had got him with Fuji, which Fuji had passed away way before any of this had happened. After Doppler left, about a day after that, we were looking to find Django a home, because if we had to go into an apartment, most apartments don't allow Rottweilers, so Django was definitely one. We needed to be rehomed, which would have been fine. He was a great dog. But unfortunately, 2 days before he could have found a home, because I did have potential homes lined up for him, and I did home checks and vet references and everything for the dogs to be placed, Django actually got a toad. And with everything going on, I'm usually very good at checking on the dogs outside and making sure everybody's okay. I do my checks a couple times a day, but with everything and all the stress and just everything happening at once, I didn't do my checks, and I went out late at night and he was dying, and there was nothing I can do to save him. I tried. He died within a few minutes of me finding him. So that was extremely hard. We had to keep it for my daughter. It was something out of a movie. I still can't believe that it actually happened. I have saved a few dogs from getting toads. It's a part of living in Florida. It can happen. Texas had gotten one, Joker had gotten one, and I've always managed to get them to the vet in time or do the necessary steps like rinsing their mouth out and whatnot to save their lives. But this time I didn't save Django's life. He passed away in my arms in the rain at about midnight a couple weeks ago, maybe about 2.5 weeks ago now. So I'm able to at least come on and talk about it now without exploding into tears. So Django did not make it out of here. We ended up taking him somewhere else to bury him, because we know we wouldn't be staying on this property with all the drama. So we took him somewhere into an undisclosed location and buried him there. Obviously, I would have loved to have him cremated, and I would love to have had his ashes, but I can't afford it. So that was really heartbreaking for me. I always thought, like, if anything happened to my dogs, I'd be able to get their ashes and put up a memorial in my house and a picture and whatnot. But all I have from him is his collar and tags and his leash and his bowl. So yeah, Django did pass away during all of this. I'm trying to think. A few days after that, the horses left. I gave up my horses that I had for over a decade. Peanut, I had just done that video. Peanut is gone. Tough is gone. I'm staring at right now behind the camera is my arena and barn. That has been empty for a couple weeks now. So I don't have them anymore. The horses are gone. The rabbit in the stall, Clover Bun, he's gone. He found a really nice home. I gave him for free. And he went to a little girl who wanted a rabbit, so that was really nice. In this economy right now, in this upcoming recession, we're pretty much in a recession, in my opinion. People aren't really buying animals, so all my animals that I have rehomed went for very small fees, and I'm not even really looking to get money out of them. I want them to go to people who can, number one, afford to have them, want them, keep them for the rest of their lives, and make sure that they go to the best situation possible. I'm still in the process of rehoming some. The mongooses have not left yet, but they will be leaving on the 19th. So they will be gone, and after that, I'm down to just a couple ferrets. I do have some kits that I'm going to be selling. They're actually for sale because they are kits. They were part of my ferretry. I had 7 ferrets leave yesterday, including Boglarka, who was the first ferret to have a litter with River Ranch Ferretry. Mocha's left. 3 of her babies left. 3 of Boglarka's babies left. So we only have Lotus left, which is up there. I'm going to try to keep Lotus for a reason that I'll talk about in another video. When I put up those ferret videos, I'll talk about that. But we will be trying to keep Lotus. Skeeta, who's eating right here, like I said, she came to us maybe a week before all this started to go down. So she's a really sweet girl, so I'm going to try to keep her because she gets along with Lotus. And those are probably the only 2 I'm going to keep. I did get rid of 7, so that was Boglarka, Mochas, 3 of Boglarka's kits and 2 of Mocus's kits. The remaining kits are weaned, they are eating, they are using litter box. So yeah, they're a little younger than what I wanted them to go at as far as age, but the people that did take them are breeders themselves, so I feel comfortable that they'll be just fine. The remaining babies here, they will be leaving when it's an appropriate time, which should only be about 2 more weeks. Some of them already have deposits put on them, so I'm not really too concerned. Now, who do I have left? I have Joker, Harley Quinn, Zelda, Texas, Nobby, and Ivy left, which leaves me with 6 dogs. I'm going to try to keep them. Nobby was going to rehome, but this is very difficult. I've kind of, after Django passed, I put the brakes on rehoming them because you just never know what can happen. I'm trying to set up things where I can at least have another job quickly, to where I can at least keep the remaining 6. So it'll still be somewhat of a pack, but I did lose 3 and Sansa. However, if I can't maintain feeding them and caring for them the way that I used to, more will be leaving, and most likely will be Nobby or Ivy, because Ivy can't go into an apartment situation. It's just like her breed and her temperament, which really sucks because that'll tear me apart. She's 10 years old and she shouldn't leave me at all. I'm hoping that some of my family can step in and maybe take her, but that remains to be seen at this point. I have had to sell my vehicles, my nice truck, my other car, and get cheaper cars, which is probably for the best anyway because of, like I said, the economy, and diesel prices are outrageous. My horse trailer is for sale. So yeah, I've had a lot of loss in the past month. I kind of have known in the past couple months that this was coming. That's why I stopped posting. It's been a lot of drama and a lot of hardship on me. Before we moved into this house, I had so many plans, and when we moved here, I kind of knew that things weren't going to go very good. So I stopped posting, and I've been in pretty much a downward spiral for a long time. And I know you guys are always like, hey, post, we love your channel. But in the past year, it's been extremely difficult. And I tried to explain that in the last 2 videos that like things were just, hard right now. But I, again, didn't want to go into too much detail. I never thought it would get to this extent. I never thought I would be quite in this position right now. But yet here I am. So I wanted to come on and let everybody know what was going on. I'm going to try to maintain this channel the best I can, especially not having a job and everything just kind of makes it not as fun. I'm very worried about paying bills and taking care of the remaining animals that I have, which I have downsized significantly. So I have some weight lifted off my shoulders, but I definitely didn't expect to go through all this and lose a dog on top of it, especially Django. He was only 4 years old. I thought I'd have him for the rest of his life, number 1. I thought I'd have all of them for the rest of their lives, but life doesn't always work out that way. I know I look horrible. I don't really sleep that much. It's just a lot to take in for somebody like me that has built so much and has done so much. This room was supposed to be my YouTube studio. It's not going to be that anymore. I'm still going to try to do the best I can, like I said, with the channel. But it's going to be just the best that I can do for now. It really sucks. It really, really sucks. And I have to leave this property, so I can't take that much with me. So, and I don't even know where I'm going to go at this point. I don't know where it's going to be. My husband is still working on getting that job I speak of, but it's a very lengthy process. And it's not a guaranteed thing. So everything's kind of up in the air, and I'm trying to do the best I can. But I'm the kind of person, just so that you guys know, that I'll always do what's best for the animals first, even if that means it hurts me. It may hurt you guys too to hear this news. I don't know. I know some of you guys have followed me for years. I know I don't post like other YouTubers, but like, again, was always reasons for that. I hope that, in the near future, if not someday, that I'm in a better position mentally and financially, to keep doing at least some videos. I had a couple companies send me products to review, so I had a lot planned, but as of right now, I can't focus on any of that. But I did feel that it was only right to come on and explain to you guys, what really is going on, and how things have kind of transpired and turned out. So there it is. I'm not going to ramble on. It's already almost at 15 minutes, so that's who we have left. And I will definitely update you guys if more of them leave. And maybe even in the next video, which I can do pretty soon, I'll at least give you guys an update on the dogs and how they're doing. Because when Django passed away, a lot of the dogs saw it. In fact, almost all of them, except for Harley Quinn and Zelda and Crown, because Crown was still here at that point. They were inside, and the other dogs were in the run, and they did see him pass away. So I've been watching them very close and making sure they're okay, and they are okay. They have moved on, and they're doing fine, and everybody's okay. So that's a plus, but I'm not okay with Django's passing. It's going to take some time and some healing. I do want to set up some kind of photo and like his collar, or do something like that. I wish I'd had. The only thing I have is our Apax Journey dog harness holder that's in my laundry room that has his paw print, which I did do 2 years ago. But it also really sucks because I had all those hooks for each dog, and now we don't have most of them. So I have a lot of extra hooks, and it's just all very sad. I had worked very hard to build this, and it was taken away from me over jealousy and just I don't want to get into too much detail, but it was taken away for many reasons that were very unfair. So with that being said, that's my update, and I will come back on shortly and give you guys an update of who's left and how they're doing. They are doing good, the dogs that are remaining. So I appreciate you guys for continuing to follow me and all the nice comments that I get, even for my older videos that are 1-2 years old. Some of them that have done really well. I just appreciate everybody's really nice comments. Shout out to Eli. It's amazing that you were able to get that many dogs and you wanted to totally have a pack like I do or did. I still consider myself having a pack. I mean, 6 is still plenty, but you have more than me now. So just be careful because prices are going up. Dog food is $20 more expensive per bag than it used to be. So just make sure that you can afford your pets, guys, because I don't see the situation in the country getting any better. So it's going to be a lot more expensive to feed your animals, and prices at your vet's going to go up. Prices for everything is going to go up. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to have a pack or have a farm, just make sure that you can take care of your animals adequately and make sure that they can have all of the necessary things that they have to be happy. So with that being said, that's it, guys. I love you all, and thank you so much for supporting me. I'm not going to let this channel go. I'm going to try to make the best out of my situation. So thank you guys for watching.